Hello friends. Today we shall recap American war film, Fury, starring Brad Pitt in the lead role. Let's begin. The Allies make their final push into Nazi Germany in April 1945, encountering furious resistance. Don Collier, Wardaddy, a battle-hardened 2nd Armored Division Staff Sergeant, leads an M4 Sherman tank called Fury and its experienced crew, Gunner Boyd Swan, Bible, loader Grady Travis, Kunas, driver Trini Garcia, Gordo, and assistant driver Baugunner Red, all of whom had served together during the North African Campaign. Private First Class Norman Ellison, a teenage clerk from V Corps, replaces Red when he is killed in a tank combat. Norman's lack of experience becomes fatal as Fury advances deeper into Germany. He fails to stop a few Hitler's child soldiers from ambushing the platoon leader's tank with a Panzerfaust, killing the entire crew. Later, during a firefight with anti-tank weapons, he pauses under fire. Don commands Norman to execute a German captive after the battle. Don wrestles the weapon into Norman's grip and forces him to squeeze the trigger, murdering the prisoner and scaring Norman. Don and Norman search for an apartment after the battalion captures a small village and meet a German woman called Irma and her little cousin Emma. Don pays for a nice dinner and a shave with hot water. Norman and Emma become close, and at Don's encouragement, they enter the bedroom and become intimate. Later, when the four are eating, the rest of the gang storms in, harassing the women and abusing Norman, but Don sternly reprimands them. They are subsequently summoned on an urgent mission, but as they prepare to leave, German artillery attacks the town, killing Emma and further traumatizing Norman. The tanks are given orders to take and hold a critical crossroads in order to safeguard the division's fragile back lines. On the way, they are ambushed by a German tank, which kills everyone except Fury. Fury finally destroys the tank by outsmarting it and shooting through its thinner rear armor. Don decides they must keep going on their mission despite being unable to tell their superior officers due to radio loss. A landmine immobilizes the tank as it approaches the intersection. Don orders Norman to survey a neighboring hill, from which he notices an incoming battalion of German men. Don resolves to stay, influencing the others to fight. The men cover up Fury in order for it to appear knocked out, then conceal inside. To express their acceptance of Norman, the crew ultimately gives him a nickname, Machine, as they wait. They ambush the Germans and impose severe fatalities in a long and bloody struggle. Grady is killed by a Panzerfaust that breaches the turret. Gordo is hit while unpinning a grenade and compromises himself by having to cover it before it blows up, and a sniper shoots Bible and injures Don severely. Don urges Norman to escape through the floor hatch as the Germans drop grenades into the tank since they are out of ammo. Norman escapes just as they explode, killing Don. Norman tries to flee as the Germans approach, but he is discovered by a young German soldier. The soldier pauses before departing, deciding not to notify his teammates. The next morning, Norman sneaks back into the tank and wraps his jacket around Don's torso. He is rescued by American troops, who hail him as a hero. Norman looks back at his tank Fury as he is drawn away in an ambulance, while the American soldiers continue their approach. And that's how the movie comes to an end. Please subscribe for more movie recaps and thanks for watching.